Hey YouTube, this is Farmall 51 here. This is the big reveal video, as you read in the title. As you can see to my left, your right, it's a different looking tractor, and it is. It's not the same as this 79, it's another 1979. And it's just not any 1979 International 140. This here is the highest serial numbered 140 known to exist as of September 2017. So, like I say, about a week ago, I purchased this tractor. Well, 2 weeks ago, I purchased the tractor from Mr. Tim in Pikeville, North Carolina. Runs a pretty neat website, farmall140.com. He has a lot of parts, different items like that, implements. 140 tractors is his specialty, and he just happened to have this one here, and had a pretty good offer on it for 140. Like I say, I picked it up about 2 weeks ago, brought it back, didn't really do much to it. I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit, wiped it off. It was pretty clean. That's all I've done to it. So, and I've taken it to 2 shows already. August, September, October, November, and December are pretty busy months for our IH chapter here in the eastern part of North Carolina. So we'll go ahead and take. All right, like I said before, this here is the 1979 International Farmall 140 serial number, and this is the thing that makes it special. We'll go ahead and look at that first here. Serial number on it, I'll let you read here first. 66896J, J for Rockford clutch. This here is, like I said before, this is the highest known serial numbered IH 140 known to exist as of like 2017. So, to my knowledge, there's no any higher out there yet or to date. The last known serial number was 66890, and Mr. Gary Bell had in Alabama had one. It was 66885 or 86, I believe. So it was the fifth to the last 140. Well, they thought was the last 140. This here is, I'm not going to say this is the last 140. There may be more after this. I'm not sure. There could not be. But everyone thought, all the books, Ken Updike had tractor data. Everywhere I've checked, the last known serial number was 890, and this is 896. So this tractor here is, like I said, it's in excellent shape. As far as I know, let's see what I can make out here on the dealer tag here. It says Farmers International, Route 4, Highway 481 or 461, Springfield, Tennessee. I can barely make out the number there, but right now. But anyway, what I'm gonna have some decals made for it, and I'll stick one on the front bumper here. But other than that, we'll take a quick walk around of the tractor. Like I say, you'll see this tractor in many more videos to come. This tractor here, the reason this tractor is here is I'll explain the second part of the big surprise or big reveal, I guess. We'll go ahead and start in the front here. Bumper. It has these were not made by International. These were an aftermarket or an addition, something the dealer had that would they would offer with the tractor. I've seen a lot of these tractors, late models, with them on it. So I'm guessing they were quite popular. You either had this and no brakes, or you had brakes on the tractor. That's the running joke. The reason they put them on here is the tractor didn't have any brakes, which both these tractors have excellent brakes. But like I say, the grill is in excellent shape. Radiator is excellent shape, no leaks, no dings. I don't know. I don't think the grill. I think the grill may have been painted at one time. I can't tell. It does look a little clean. Decals in pretty good shape. Well, not really, but not as good as these over here on the other 79 here. But cosmetically, the paint is great. And I've noticed this on several of the later model 140s. The paint seems to be faded quite the same. I know you'll have to excuse me for if I jerk the video or something. There's mosquitoes out here eating me up. But the tires on here, they've got the 515s on them, and these are aftermarket tires. These are not the Goodyear tires on the front here. However, the back does have the Firestones on them, just like this tractor here does. And this tractor here still has the diamond Goodyears on it, so I would love to find a set for this. Even though these are a pretty good set of tires on here, and I'll keep them on here for a while. But it has the complete set of cultivators on it, front and rear. It has the 144 cultivators, which you can still see the decals on here. And it's something I didn't know they did. They had an IH decal up here, but everything's pretty standard on it. There's no modifications have been done to the tractor that I can tell. No rigging or welding or anything like that. Front spindles are fine. Front axle, everything. The steering is tight on it. Clutch is great. Starts fine. It's got a, let's see, like I said, the head's fine on it. I do have a valve cover leak up there. I'm gonna change here actually in a little bit, and I'll do a video on that. It's the key start. All 79s were. Actually, this starter solenoid here switch, it had an aftermarket switch on it, and I went to Case IH, and they still offer the starter solenoid switch on this. So went ahead and picked one of those up and put it on here, and which I didn't know if they still made them or not, and they still do, which I think they fit some other tractors, so that's the reason they're still out there. But I'll say the paint on the frame is pretty good. The sheet metal is faded just a little bit, but other than that, steering wheel, it has the correct steering wheel on it. There's two places there that are broke off of it, which the rubber on here is pretty good. It's not cracked or dry rotted. The seat is a aftermarket seat. It is not the original seat like this one here, which is the riveted backrest. And the seat, you can tell it's a different, flatter seat over here on this one. So other than that, but yeah, I don't, that's no big deal for me. But the turn signals, this is not the correct turn signal on here. These are, which this one, the one on the left, is the correct turn signal. I'm assuming this one here was broke out. It does have the little reflector brackets on it. Still, both of them. This one does not, and I've got to get a set made for this one. Tractor does not have fast hitch on it, as this one did not either. So what I did, I wanted a fast hitch on one of them at least. So like I say, you've seen in the other videos, I took the factory the upper rock shaft off and found a fast hitch off of 100 and put on here. But this one here, I'm going to leave this one the same. I'm not going to do anything to this tractor here. This factory cultivators on it, so nobody's changed any of those out except these two sweeps on the back here. I don't believe are original to the tractor. It does have an interesting item here, the little bracket here that holds the slow moving vehicle sign. That's kind of an unusual piece. You don't see. It fits down under the seat in bolts. There's a little place that wedges it on there under the seat here. In fact, I'll go ahead and there's a little bracket there that wedges it on, so it sticks in the back of the backrest here. And I'm going to make one for this one here as well. Rear lights, front and rear lights work. Flashers work. PTO, like the other 79 it does. It has the trailer hookup here. bracket, and I don't know if that works, and that's kind of an odd plug, so I don't know if you'd be able to find that or not, or if you had a trailer for that. But let's see, a toolbox on it. You know, your basic 140, late model 140. The turn signals do work. Has the original amp gauge on it, double fuses, key start, and a light switch. So all the decals are on it. It does have high tran in it. Last week when I got it, I drained the rear end. The rear end is super quiet on it. No noise whatsoever. You know, your typical reverse little whine that they all have. But what I did, I went and put the new thing of high tran, drained it, and it had high tran in it, so I replaced it with high tran. A little more than gear oil. It's a lot more than gear oil. But I went ahead and done what I thought was right, and replaced it with the original or factory oil, what the oil was supposed to be in the transmission, not gear oil in these tractors. Both these, I don't know when they started doing that in the later model 140s, but I do know that they were supposed to have high tran in the rear end. So wheel weights on the rear, not on the front, just the rear, which that's fine. I'm just going to cultivate with it, so I won't need the front, so I really won't need the rear, but I'm going to leave those on there. Gas tank is clean. Like I say, the touch control works excellent. No leaks in the manifold. The carburetor has a slight leak on it here. On this tractor here, if you'll notice, it has a 701 on the grill. Well, the serial number on this tractor is 66701. And so I always thought, you know, there was just a random, you know, somebody wrote a random number on the grill for some reason, auction number, you know, or something like that. But a friend of mine has the same thing, but his is on the oil pan, and he had the last 3 digits also. But it turns out they wrote the last 3 digits of the serial number somewhere on the tractor, and I found 2 that were on the oil pan, and just this one I have for some reason is on the grill. So I'm not quite sure what the reasoning for putting it on the grill was. But this tractor here is, as you know, 66896. If you can see here on the, it's hard to make out, but you can see an 896 on the oil pan, just like the friend of mine that has the other 79. What's that for? I got a slight leak on my carburetor here. I got to take care of. I do not believe this is the factory alternator. It may have been reconditioned. It is the same exact alternator. The shroud and everything is. It may have been rebuilt at one time. I'm not sure. It may be one that was bought for it 5 or 10 years later. I'm not sure. So, but it does appear to be. It looks like the factory one, but I'm not sure if it's actually the one that came on it. Usually they were painted red. I am lucky that they did leave the shield on here. A lot of times this was taken off and thrown to the side, like your battery box covers and things like that. So. Can't think of anything. Let's see. Let's say the sheet metal is in excellent shape. A little ding here and a little ding there, and that could be from muffler or somebody trying to take the muffler off. It does not have a factory muffler on it, which I do have a new old stock international muffler that I am going to put on it here in a little while. So let's see. I've touched about on everything. It has a dealership sticker on the front or the side there of the grill. I'm pretty tickled to have run across this one. Not many times you get to, you know, here in eastern North Carolina or North Carolina at all, you get to run across a fairly decent 140 like this. Usually they've had a turn at everybody's had a turn at them on the farm, and they usually caught it pretty hard. So you know, I'm not saying everybody abused their tractors, but you know, most of the time, you know, when you had 10 different people that were running a tractor or something like that, they caught some abuse. But this one here, no flopping the wheels in the wheel bearings. The front steering is tight. The touch control, the cultivators are tight on it. The steering, like I said, the steering is tight. Transmission is tight. It shifts well. Like I say, I've had to drive about a quarter mile in the parade that we were in. Not the parade, but the show that we went to last week, and drove it up the road, and it doesn't quite go as fast as this 79. I've turned this one up, turned the governor out just a little bit on it to where it'll go pretty fast. So this one here, I'm not gonna do anything to this tractor like that. I'm gonna leave it as close to original as possible. I'm gonna get a white oil filter to go on it, and do my wrap. Put my oil filter wrap on it, just like this one here. And on the casting here, a lot of times you can tell if you have if your serial plate is missing, or if you have a hard time telling, you want to know maybe what you can check most all your parts, your transmission, your torque tube, and your engine block and things like that. They have what they call a casting code, and this one here says 822 of 79. So this is a September. This is a September the 22nd is when this tractor, well, not when the tractor was built, but when this particular piece was built. Torque tube on this tractor here. Even though that's the last serial number tractor, and it's 199 or 190 some past this tractor here. It's this particular part was on 1127, and you got to know at the plant, they had pallets and crates, with all these parts on them, and they might have took from this, one on the left here before they took the right one. They didn't pick them in order, so but when it was on the line, it was received its serial tag, and that's the number that it got. And this one here just happened to have the 66896. Had a talk with Dennis and Sally at Red Power magazine, which on the forum there. There's a lot of good information on there. I talked with them, and they're going to put this here will take the spot of the highest serial numbered 140. So kind of tickled to receive that, being in the magazine there. But like I said, I can't think of anything else to talk about the tractor. Brakes on it are pretty good, and they stop well. I haven't had any trouble with them. Let's see, I've drove this tractor quite a bit here, and looked it over pretty well. Like I say, there's no major problems with it. No, little knick-knack stuff like the valve cover gasket I gotta fix, and the head looks like at one time it may have been redone, so no excessive oil leaks anywhere. You got your other than the valve cover gasket. Touch control does not leak. I hadn't noticed it leaking, and I've used it quite a bit. I actually took it out and went over the garden a little bit with it after I had picked it up. So but also it does have the a working safety neutral switch on it. You do have to depress the clutch to start this tractor. This one does have a brand new switch on it. I put it on, but I have not hooked it up yet because I wasn't quite sure. I wanted to have one to look at, and actually I've got one to look at here. I'm going to take this one here and get it wired right, so actually the wiring is there. I've just got to make sure I hook everything up correct, not burn anything up. But I'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and start it for you. pretty good running tractor. I've had no, like I say, no issues with it starting. Like I said, I got the new starter solenoid switch on it, and it had it had the aftermarket one, and I went in and replaced it just so it would have a factory switch on it. Other than that, starts up, drives great, and it will move pretty fast. Not quite as fast as this one here. Like I said before, I've turned the governor up just a little bit on that one to speed it up. But other than that, and both of these have the regular Rockford clutch and the regular rear end. They do not have the high-speed rear end, the JKK, like some of the other tractors. They put the high-speed rear end and these do not. Although that one seems, for some reason, it seems like it has faster second gear and fourth gear. It will. I don't know if it's because I haven't done anything to this one yet. I haven't done anything to this one, but I have this one. I don't know if it's because I've turned the governor up a little bit that it goes faster or not. But I'm wondering about if it really has if it really doesn't have the high-speed rear end. So, but other than that, thanks for watching. And right after this, we're going to go and take a look at the second part of the big reveal. But all right, like I said, thanks for watching, and stay tuned, and we'll have more. You'll see more of these tractors from time to time, and I'll do some more videos. I'm getting a drawbar for this. I've actually got a Super A plow. I may want to do a little bit of plowing with it later on. So, but all right. Thanks for watching, and talk to you later. Alright YouTube, this is other part here. This is the second part. This is the part that protects you. This is a, in case you can't guess, excuse the mess. This is one side of the factory ROPS for a Farmall 140. These come with the tractor. I'm not going to put them on that tractor. I'm going to actually put them on the 79, the first one I got. So I'm actually going to put them on that one. They were in a little rough shape. Not bad. They just needed some cleaning up. I've got all the hardware that goes with them. Like I say, I'll do a video on that after this one. I'll post that video right behind this one, explaining, showing me cleaning these up and painting it. And like I say, when I get the but I got the other side outside there. I got it cleaned up, or started cleaning on it, and I got the roof. So I'm gonna say I'll put both of these on the tractor here probably within the next week or so. But yeah, sorry it took so long to get the video made, but I work and I can only do these videos when I have time to do it. And Friday I got all my stuff finished and time to run errands, and so there's the hardware there on the floor there behind the Super C. Also, the 504 is on the chop block. If you know anybody who wants this, wants to buy this, I'm selling the 1961 504 here. This is the 20th tractor, the 20th one made. Serial number 520, $3,500. TA, excellent working TA, excellent working lift. PTO works, hydraulics. Put a new steering wheel on it 2 or 3 weeks ago. Tires you see are good shape. Front is excellent, and that's. But also on the chopping block is the 1950 white demonstrator Cub. The two-way plow does not go with it. That's been sold to somebody else. I do have the 189, I think that's the 189, one-way plow with the coulter that goes with it. It has a 52 or 54A scraper blade that goes with it, and full cultivators. So $2,500 for this. Or I may drop it just a little bit, but right now I got it listed for $2,500, and the 504 for $3,500. So if you want either one, message me. Feel free to come look on by appointment. But other than that, like I say, that's the. Thanks for watching, and that's the 1979 International 140, the highest serial number 140 known to exist to date. Thanks for watching. Bye.